What's going on, everybody? Man, I worked all day. All I could think about was getting home for this basketball game tonight. I just initially just fired up for the season. To give you guys a little heads up, I know that I made a little bit of a replay video from the other day. Just showed all the scoring plays and some defense and stuff like that. I know I can do that now, so I can get a little more creative. Really fast before we get in tonight's game, I just want to predict what I think is going to happen. I think you're going to see a very liberal substitution day. I think you're going to see a lot of guys get opportunities out here. If you haven't seen any of the plays thus far, let me give you a couple of things that happened in the last game that I thought were amazing. Malik Renew working on an outside shot. That was one of the biggest takeaways that I got from the last game. Also, the evolution of CJ Gunn. He's playing this high energy 1/2 guard where he gets up and down the floor. He runs really hard. Him and Gabe Cupps together looked really fun together. I enjoyed that a lot. Very different guard combo than from Xavier and Galloway. That was flipping awesome. Definitely love all that stuff. There's a lot of things that they've got going right now that are huge. The biggest thing is the front court is deep. It's got the potential to be dominant, and it's inside out. This is the team Mike Woodson envisioned when he got here, where all five guys can bring the ball up the court. I watched Malik Renew handle the ball, where all five guys can step back and shoot the ball as well. So now everybody's a threat from everywhere. So we got all of these things that are going on. You got hard-nosed guards, hard-nosed defense, and big-time energy coming from the bench as well. I think he wants to do the whole 2-unit thing. What do you guys think? Let's say hello to who's in the chat so far today. Leo was in here earlier. Leo says, looks like I'll be airing on the Big Ten Network, so I'll be here to enjoy with y'all. Thank you, Leo. Grange saves. Mark's out in Arizona. He's an Arizona fan. Like Mark. My boy right there, probably one of the most fun guys in all of Indiana basketball land when I'm in here is Indiana Creekwalker. That's my bro right there. Super smart. Definitely have tons of respect for that opinion. Pantherator, our first real Duke fan that's hanging out in here. But you know what? Panther's a good dude. 10-man Magnet Fishing Willie. He hails from the great state of Kansas. I believe he might be a Jayhawk fan if he likes sports at all. My boy Chad right there. What up, Hoosiers? Man, I'm pumped up, and new season is here. I'm like a dun-dun in Chuck E. Cheese. Good to see you, brother. Man, there is nothing better than hanging out in Chuck E. Cheese's. I can say that still to this day. If somebody was to say, hey, let's go have some dinner. You want to go to Chuck E. Cheese's? I'd be like, yeah, I'm down. Let's go. Let's see. Every year, all you can hope with your transfer portal is a team that has unlimited upside. All you can do. Yeah, for real. So let's say, let's talk about Kel'el Ware, because when you talk about the transfer portal, that's the guy that right now is going to make this thing tick. He's going to replace the scoring of Trace Jackson Davis, and he's going to replace the shooting ability of Jalen Hood-Schifino, kind of an in-between right there. And basically what I noticed about him is that I think he has to stay motivated. I think he has to be involved, and I think he has to stay motivated. And these guys can't let him slack, because I know he has a little bit of a reputation of being a little bit lazy. But I think from everything Coach has said, he's worked on a lot of that. He was very dominant in the game the other day. The one thing I noticed about Ware that scares me going into Big Ten play is that when you watch him play tonight, and I'm glad everybody gets to watch with me, is I don't think he has the strength. He's not that super strong guy. Okay. Yes, you did predict Jalen Hood-Schifino. We're getting ready to tip. I should have come on at 6 o'clock today, man, because we could have gabbed all day. Bear with me. No dumb BS in here tonight. Anybody that talks smack, slow them down. Well, talks bad smack. You can talk smack. Let's win this season for Coach Knight. There's the tip, and it's going to be controlled by X. He's going to bring the ball over to Galloway across the timeline, and Galloway's going to start the office high left. Brings it back to the middle. He feeds Ware on the top post. Driving down, he works his way in, hands it off to X. X with the 15-footer, and it's short off the front iron, tipped up by Renew, and it's going to go out of bounds back to Florida Gulf Coast University. And I'm not going to learn these guys' names probably, so just deal with it. Treasure Woman is in the house. What's up, young lady? Nice to see you. Florida Gulf Coast, they're going to bring the ball up. They're going to go. Renew is on their point guard, strangely enough, out high. I don't think that's their point guard. I think he just chose to bring it up. Oh, by the way, Indiana on defense switches on everything. They rotate the ball around to the left wing, looking, nothing doing. Solid defense. They get it into the corner. Deep three, short off the front iron. Mbako tips the rim over to Ware. Here comes Xavier back the other way. He's coming up the right side. He's probing, looking. He hits Ware in the lane. Ware draws the foul on the floor, and it'll be Indiana ball out of bounds. I want to see amazing defense today. This is one of those games that we should get it. And interestingly enough, Pat Chambers showed up from the Big Ten at Florida Gulf Coast. And this guy knows how to coach against Indiana, so he's probably got the right thing. The inbound pass goes to Trey Galloway, and he lays it up and in off the glass. Indiana has its first lead, 2-0. Xavier's on high. They feed the top left wing. Nothing going there. Renew is out. They're playing tight D and switching everybody. All five guys are switching on defense. Looks to shoot the deep three. Drives around. Gets to the baseline. Ware cuts him off. He's down there with him, and he loses the ball out of bounds. That's a turnover on Florida Gulf Coast. We're going the other way. That's Alex. Alex, I want to tell you, Creek was talking very nicely about your introduction that you created. So just wanted to give you the props for that. Galloway brings it across the timeline. Galloway got a haircut, it looks like. He looks a little different. Feeds it down. Renew spins his guy and lays it in. No defense there. Renew with the quick drop step scores the basket. 4-0 Indiana. Scoreboard takes time to get caught up. Xavier almost gets a steal. Calls for the switch. Throws it up off the glass, and Ware blocks that stuff straight out of bounds. No way, no how. He is so long. I cannot believe how long kel'el Ware is. In the middle, he is going to be formidable if he's off-ball blocking shots. Looks a lot like Trace Jackson-Davis last year. Get it out of there. Deep three in the corner, and that is good. Florida Gulf Coast gets on the board. Indiana gave up 9 three-pointers in the first half the other day to a stingy Marion team that could shoot lights out. Good defense out on Galloway. I think he's going to be called for a foul for the reach. 17:57 to go. No headband on Galloway. It looks like he's had a haircut. Renew is the only one wearing a headband if we're into the fashion talk. Xavier gets the ball out high. He's going to feed it to Galloway, who falls down going around the pick and loses it. That'll be a turnover. X has got his guy in the corner, picks up his dribble, feeds it over to Ware. Ware's back on Ware's guy. There's a steal right there. Here comes Mbako the other way, 3-on-2. Mbako feeds it over the corner to X, back out to Renew. No, drives in the lane. He traveled, but they didn't call it, and he will draw a foul on the floor. Malik Renew he should have got a travel there because he changed his pivot foot, but nobody called it. So, Panther fan, Chiefs fan. Today he's a Duke fan, Alex. He is a Cameron crazy. He's a Krzyzewski boy. Coach K is pretty good. Galloway's at the three-point line. He drives, pulls back over to Mbako on the wing. Florida Gulf Coast is playing some very good stingy defense thus far. And there is Mbako steps on the sideline. It's going to be out of bounds. We're going to go back the other way. How you feeling about the bye, Alex? That's a weird question. Okay, Gold Coast comes across the timeline. Big pick out high to get around Xavier Johnson. Gets it, rotates the ball into the corner, out to the wing, looking, nothing there. Trying to get it down in the corner again, nothing going. He drives the lane, puts it up against Mbako. Good defense. And it's going to be out of bounds to IU. Carson Wentz, the newest addition of the LA Rams. Sean McVay trying to revitalize his career. Florida Gulf Coast takes a deep three and buries it. FGCU has their first lead of the day on an NBA three-pointer by number 23. That wasn't what I wanted to see. X has got the ball out high looking. This team is playing great defense right now. They feed it to Renew. Renew gets inside the lane and scores. You got to feed the post to win. 6-6 Indiana's tied it back up. 16:31 to go. All 6 points are in the paint. All 6 of their points are behind the three-point line as they run a little bit of a weave out high. Feeds it over to the right wing, looking, tries to drive on Xavier. He gets inside, puts it up, and it is up and in. He scores on Xavier Johnson. Ware cannot get the block. Florida Gulf Coast leads 8-6. Crawling across the timeline, Renew's got it out high. He feeds Ware. Ware's looking. He hands it off to Galloway, who shoots the three. And Trey Galloway gets his first three of the day. He did get a little bit of a haircut, I think. No headband today. 9-8. Indiana back on top. It's going to rotate. Oh, there's another big pick. And they're going to – who's the foul on? They're calling it on the pick because Xavier Johnson toppled to the ground. And we're going to go to our first break. And Coach Knight is lighting up kel'el right now. And I tell you what he's lighting him up over. He's lighting him up over not letting Xavier know that that pick is there. Yep. Creek, man, you and I feel like you're thinking just about every single thing because that pick leveled Xavier Johnson, and he needs to know that it's there. And if you do not talk on the floor, it's not very good team basketball. We cannot have Xavier being dead. Creek, interestingly enough, my biggest fear at the start of this season was that Xavier Johnson, being a sixth-year super duper senior, would try to take it upon himself to initiate a lot of scoring. He hasn't done that thus far. He's facilitated very well, and he's let the game come to him, which has been kind of impressive, showing maturity for him. The guards have been very good at facilitating the front court trying to score. So I do like that. I thought he was going to come out and just try to be Superman because he's the guy, but that's not happened. Yeah, Alex, he melted down at the end of that season with the Colts for sure. That was the beginning of the end. Same thing happened the other night. Marion was shooting the three to stay in the game. They would keep the game within 10. I don't think they have much opportunity to score inside. Man, I want to cry every time they show the general on the floor at IU with his guys. Yeah, it's literally the same team. I'm just going to say with bigger players. Marion was a very small team. I believe their point guard was 5'10". All right, we got the ball. We're going to inbound it. And that is at the top of the key. Oh, it was X. I couldn't tell. There goes Galloway, turns it inside out, and Galloway with a forced pass inside is a turnover. You're going to see Gabe Cups coming in off the bench here soon. And there's another step back three for FGCU, and kel'el Ware goes and gets the rebound, draws the foul. And Xavier Johnson and Galloway haven't really played that well today thus far. You might see Coach go to the bench with the other guard combo here shortly. What's up, Chris? Not doing NFL picks tonight. Maybe. I don't know. Haven't talked about that yet. X gets it to Renew out on the high. He's on the top of the key. He's got the ball. He looks to go around his guy. Nothing doing. Passes to Mbako. Turnaround jump shot from 18, and it's good. Mackenzie Mbako gets his first points of the regular season, and a new era of Indiana basketball has begun with this five-star recruit. Indiana, by the way, has made their last 5 field goals. High percentage shots. FGCU looking. They try to get it around. He's going to drive on Mbako. Mbako lets him go by, and Ware comes up and cleans it up, blocks that straight out of bounds. Yeah. I'm telling you, Ware has figured it out. These Indiana defenders stay on their guy, and he comes from the weak side, and he's so long, you're just not shooting over him. There's the inbound. They're trying to get it out. Nothing. Cut off out high. Double team. And he's over and back. And they're going to call the foul on Renew. That was pretty close to an over and back, I got to say. Craig, if you haven't seen Renew shoot that bomb yet, wait till he lets go of a 3. Tell me what you think about that form. Ball's inbounded. Working on Anthony Walker, who just came into the game. Roll it in the right corner, another deep 3. And he stepped on the sideline there. He did bury the shot. Xavier Johnson was chasing. It will not count. Indiana holds a 3-point play. He wasn't dressed the other day, Creek. So I'll look on the bench here and check and see if I see him shortly. Anthony Walker's in the game, by the way. First time in a regular season game for IU as the 6th man. Very athletic, good rebounder. He replaces Ware. Galloway drives, feeds cross court to X. X tries to drive into the lane. He dribbles it off his foot. Galloway picks it up, comes to the lane. Over to Renew for 3, and it airballed it. I brag, and that's what happens. I brag on that stroke, and that's what happens. They went to Galloway, Cups, and X for a little while in the game the other day. Here comes FGCU across the timeline. They're going to rotate it around the top, out by the Indiana logo as Galloway hasn't pushed out that far. Gets it over to the left wing looking for a pick. Nothing there. Walker switches. Back to the top of the key. There comes the pick. He's open for the 3. And it's hard off the back iron. Galloway's got it. He's going to start the break. He's going to push, and he gets it stolen right back from him as he was a little careless with coming across the timeline. And here comes Florida Gulf Coast again. Indiana has 4 turnovers so far this half. That's got to clean up. Deep 3, no good. Rebound, controlled by X, coming back this way. He's got Renew on the left wing. He drives all the way to the basket and scores. Splits the defender and puts it in for 2. 13-8 Indiana with 13:07. Cups, and it looks like CJ Gunn on the sideline getting ready to check in. And that dribbles it off of Malik Renew's foot as he goes to drive around him. And here comes the young duo for the backcourt. It looks like it's going to be Gunn and Cups, as Xavier Johnson and Galloway are probably going to get a blow. Xavier looks poised. He looks like he's embracing the role pretty well. Cups is out defending high. CJ Gunn on the left wing. Anthony Walker, Malik Renew, And Mbako, there's a 12-footer by Florida Gulf Coast. It's good. Scores 13-10. 12:42 to go. Here comes Cups. He feeds it over. There goes Walker to Gunn. Gunn over to Renew. Back to Gunn. Gunn takes the 13-footer. Gunn is not afraid to shoot it. He had a hand in his face. Here comes Florida Gulf Coast on the break. Gunn is a little shoot happy sometimes. Rotates it in, puts it up, the floater. No good, tipped up, and no good. Controlled by Mbako. Mackenzie Mbako has the rebound. He's going to bring it up himself. Not getting a lot of looks is Mbako early in this game. Indiana 6 for 9 from the floor. Hands it off to Walker. He's running the weave. Gets it over to CJ Gunn. CJ Gunn picks up his dribble, feeds it back to Mbako, who puts up the three. Hard off the back rim. Mbako forced that one up. I suspect he's getting ready to take a seat. Not the start of this game that I was hoping to see. They get the ball to the right wing, looks inside. They feed it in the post, nothing doing. They put it out long. Three ball, no good. Controlled by Walker. Here comes Cups up the left sideline. He's patiently bringing it up, not pushing. Cups rotates around. He gets to the right side, back over to Walker. Walker goes inside, and he tries to split it in there, and they're going to call a foul on the reach on Florida Gulf Coast. And that is going to bring us to a timeout here. As Kel'el Ware comes back on the floor, I think Mbako is going to get a blow. What's up, Renault? Thank you very much. I definitely appreciate you stopping by. If you are so inclined, smash that like button or the dislike button. Definitely either or is fine with me. I'd like to know what you think in the comments below later on after we close it out. Yeah, and just to get it out there, this Florida Gulf Coast team has some pretty good talent on it. It's not like it's a crappy Division III team or nothing like that. They have good talent. Pat Chambers, coached at Penn State, is a very good coach. Knows how to coach against Indiana, and they have good Division I talent. This is a good opportunity for this team to work a little bit together, learn how to mesh. These guys, it's going to take a little while. We have to be patient. We have to see improvement every day, though. So today they have started fairly sloppy, turning the ball over, not taking great shots. The strongest point that I've seen so far is when they do get the ball into the post. This team has not attacked the post yet today consistently, and I think the three-point game should come by feeding the post inside out, because that's the way it worked last year best for this team. Right now, Renew looks solid. Ware has been very active on the defensive end. And that's it. You got to think that a team like this has probably only got 7 guys that they're going to consistently sub. 5 of the 7 are probably pretty solid role players in most big D1 programs. So they're going to have the ability to defend and play a little bit. But once they go to the 8, 9, and the 10 guy, that's where you're going to be able to take advantage. And they've come out with great energy today. And you knew that Pat Chambers would have these guys ready to go. Yeah, I got to get some X lobs. I'm telling you, Cups was doing the lobs last game. CJ Gunn can get up in the air. Malik Renew, they said that he trimmed off like 3% of his body fat this summer. He is way more athletic. They have made a lot of improvements. This team really does have the makeup and the play style of an NBA team. Whether that's going to be beneficial to them, don't know. Ware and Sparks are the 2 big guys. Ware is 7 foot 242. Peyton Sparks is 6'10", 258. I cannot wait to see him on the floor. There is the inbound to Ware. He's got it at the top of the key. He's going to feed Cups. 15 on the shot clock. Cups is going to set the offense. Florida Gulf Coast is playing some kind of a zone. They get it over to CJ Gunn, down to Walker, back to Gunn. Gunn rotates around, 3 on the shot clock. Cup drives. He throws it over, and it's out to Caleb Banks, and they're going to bail Indiana out with a foul. And that will be the 17th foul, and Gabe Cupps will be shooting free throws. The kid looks like he's 14 years old, man. He's got that baby face, but he can flat out ball. Just wait and see. Free throw is up and solidly through the hoop. He's got his first point as a Hoosier. Congratulations, Mr. Cupps. That'll be the first of many over a 4-year career, mark my words. Second free throw is up, and it is good as well. Great form, nice rotation. I want him shooting free throws for me. They get the ball in. Indiana is in a press. They're going to try to split it. They got a 2-on-1. They drop it down, and it flips out. They do control the ball back. It was almost a turnover on a tip pass. They're going to set the offense out high. Indiana's defense has been stingy over the last 5 minutes. They're going to rotate it around in the weave. Nothing doing. Cupps is so quick on defense. He is always in front of the ball. He drives on Caleb Banks, drops it underneath. It's blocked, and it's blocked again, but Walker's going to be called for the foul. They are not letting them have layups. They are contesting every shot under the goal. Yeah, Krieg, you know what? Literally, that might be the best Indiana comparison that you can make. But watching him the other day, watching him practice, watching some film, he reminds me of a young John Stockton playing and a young Steve Nash, like, combined. I got a lot of grief on my video because I at the time I hadn't paid that much attention, and I compared him to somebody else. Oh, I compared him a little bit to Damon Bailey, and that fans did not like that at all. Rebounded. Indiana leads 15-10. Here comes Cupps up the sideline. Driving. He's on the right wing. He feeds it to Walker. Walker over to CJ Gunn, who's got it out high, looking to drive. He feeds it over to Caleb Banks, who's in the game. Caleb Banks is a very solid big guy, and he's going to get called for a double dribble. Coach Woodson praised Caleb Banks this year on his work ethic from the summer and thinks he's taken a great step forward. We haven't quite seen that yet. He does have a 3-ball as well. He hit one the other night. Here comes FGCU across the timeline. Cupps has got him out high. They're going to run some offense. Works the left wing to the right wing. Deep 3 outside of a pick. And Banks did not get around that pick, and they bury the 3. Cut the lead back to 2. I don't think Coach is none too happy about that. Cupps picks up the ball. He's going to feed it over to Gunn, who's open. He's going to drive the lane, shoots the 12-footer. And it doesn't go down, but he made the right decision. Ware gets the offensive glass, and nope, there's a foul called as Ware goes up for the shot. Anthony Walker is a better Geronimo. He don't make mistakes. God love Jordan Geronimo, and I wish him well at Maryland. He's a very athletic, talented guy. But he did tend to fall off the planet for a little while for like streaks in the game. And Anthony Walker has been nothing but a consistent filler guy on the floor right now. He hasn't taken over games. He's just doing his job. And Ware misses the first free throw. I really think that we evened out from where we were last year after the transfer portal and recruiting. I think we ended up in a pretty good spot. Second free throw's up, and it is good. Kel'el Ware hits his free throw, and they got Robbie Hummel on the call today. I don't get a chance to listen much. But Robbie Hummel's a pretty good play-by-play guy for sure. Wish I was that good. FGCU comes across the timeline. They're going to set the offense high. Galloway is back on the floor as I'm not sure who he replaced, but they are running a 3-guard set right now with Cupps, Galloway, and Gunn. Looking to drive on Walker, nothing doing, cut off. Tries to, looks about deep three, doesn't take it, working the dribble, step back, throws it up, no good. Galloway has the rebound. He's going to start the break. He's going to bring it up. And he is going to drive. He gets inside, puts it up, and he is blocked but fouled. Trey Galloway working the lane. Trey Galloway is not quick with the step, but he is pretty athletic and fast. I didn't think he was that fast, but he does a pretty good job about getting up and down the court. His speed is very deceptive. First free throws up and good. Florida Gulf Coast Indiana will be in the double bonus after the next foul. That's the difference in this game. Free throws long, tipped up, and it's controlled by, it's tipped out, and Gunn has it. Indiana will get another possession as Gunn feeds Galloway. Galloway's looking for Walker. He gets it to him out high. Florida Gulf Coast is playing a very stingy defense. Galloway for three, short off the front iron, no good. Here comes Florida Gulf Coast the other way, looking to push the ball a little bit. They bring it to the right wing and hold up. He goes to drive the lane, pulls up at 15, feeds it into the corner, back out, looking to drive. He just dribbles it off his own foot. That should have been oh. I thought he dribbled that off his own foot. I guess I'm wrong. 17-13, 8:35 to go. What is up, Pizzol? Florida Gulf Coast. It's a Florida team, man. Who's your Florida jam for college basketball, my friend? Probably Miami, who beat us in the round of 32 last year. Appreciate that, Pizzle. Gets the ball in there, rotates it around. He drives the lane, pulls it back out. 14 on the shot clock. Gets it to the left wing, and they reset. Left wing again, drives the lane, gets it by Cups, but Cups knocks it loose, and he gets it back and puts it up and in. No help there for Cups on the defense as Florida Gulf Coast brings it back within two. 17-15, 8:14 to go. And there is Xavier Johnson with the 13-footer. He cannot get it to go down. Clean look. Here comes Florida Gulf Coast on the break. They feed it. What a nice pass inside, but I think that's off of Indiana. If it is, it should be a kick that they didn't call. FAU, good for you, my friend. Florida Atlantic University, one Dusty May is the head coach. That is the right Florida, right? Took them to the Final Four. Another grad assistant during the Coach Knight era. I believe he was here in 2000. We are at break, 17-15. So far today, it's been a bit of a struggle. Fouls are going to be an issue going forward for Florida Gulf Coast. I'm just going to start saying Eagles because, man, FGCU is hard to get out. Dusty May was a class clown at Eastern Green. Blows me away what he's doing. Yeah, I got to say that I watched a little bit of that, and he is a motivator for sure. He's got the right energy, and I think discipline comes into considering that. Let's talk about some of the stuff that's happened yesterday that's kind of hilarious. You played a pickup game with him? That's awesome. Let's talk about yesterday. Michigan State gets handed a loss to James Madison University at home. And that goes to show you that these early season games are not what they used to be. If the fourth ranked team in the country can lose on the first day of the season at home to a team that they're supposed to beat, it tells me any given Sunday exists in college basketball. Fun fact, Dusty May was on my Smithville 7-9 year first basketball team. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So far today, Trey Galloway is our leading scorer with 6 points. He's got 2 rebounds and 1 assist. That's awesome. Creek, have you joined our Discord yet? I'm not sure. I've never seen you post in there, but if you've joined our Discord, that would be a great place to share stuff like that. Would love to have you in there, especially in the college basketball tab. You ought to join up. All right, they throw it back court to get it inbound here. 18 on the shot clock, 7:55 in the game. Here comes Florida Gulf Coast running. The Eagles running kind of another little bit of a weave offense that everybody seems to run. Drives around, trying to get around Galloway. Galloway bodies him up. He backs him down, takes the fadeaway jump shot. No good. Great defense by Galloway. And there's a reach in as Kel'el Ware clears the rebound, and he will shoot free throws. Absolutely. The defense there, that you can't ask for anything more. If you get your body, if you're in there, you're close, you got it tight, and everybody gets and he has to work that hard to shoot the ball, you've done your job. And then you get in there and block out and rebound. Fundamentals goes a long way in the college basketball game. First free throw by Ware is good. Indiana will be in the double bonus for the rest of the half. 7:36 to go. Second free throw is good as well. Indiana extends back to 19-15, and they are going to press. Galloway, Cups, and X in the press. Renew has got the ball handler bringing it up. They're going to bring it up with their 4 guy so that these guards get a chance to get across the timeline. Interesting philosophy there. I'm surprised Renew is not pushing harder on it. They rotate it around. They get it to the right side, nothing doing, looking. Rotates it back left, top the key, trying to get around Cups, feeds it over to the left wing, drives around Xavier, gets around him, and there's the foul on the shot on the dish, and that's going to go on X with the body. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Xavier Johnson will pick up the foul. Not sure, my friend, but I would definitely love to have you in there, especially as a resource on the college side. First free throw is up, hard off the back rim. Man, that did not look good. Second free throw is up, and he makes that one. All right, 19-16, 7:10 to go. Indiana's on a cold streak here. One of their last 7 shots have fallen, and they only lead by 3 as Florida Gulf Coast has closed the gap. They get it down to Renew. This is where they've been effective. Renew feeds it back out to Mbako, who drives the lane, gets inside, puts it up on the reverse. Ware cleans up the glass, tips it up, and he's going to draw another foul. Kel'el Ware is picking up a lot of energy inside going after rebounds. He's too big. I'm telling you, just for being 7 foot, he is very lanky and long. He seems like Gumby out there. He stretches. Ware at the free throw line. First free throw is hard. Rims out, no good. Coach Pat Chambers had some kind of discrepancy with the student, I think, at Penn State. The reason why he was let go. Second free throw is good. Micah Shrewsbury took that job over and did a fantastic job with his guys. 20-16, 6:48 to go in the half. I want to see how we finish this last portion of the half. We should be ready to take over. This is where we should gain our lead. They're going to run their weave. They've got it out high at about 25 feet. They feed it, rotate, feed, drives around the right side, looking to probe. throws it up. Ware blocks that straight out of bounds. He tries to flip it over the top of him. No way that ball is going anywhere. Kel'el Ware's motor has been challenged by all kinds of naysayers in college basketball, but he is athletic as it gets. Like I said, he stretches. He looks that big. That's the way he appears. When he jumps, he just gets longer. Defense on Renew's on defense. Great D there by Renew. Bodies his guy up. He shoots up an air ball. Here comes Xavier. Cross court to Galloway. Galloway's looking. Feeds it to Renew on the block. Renew, the double team comes. Renew puts it up, and it's hard off the rim, but Malik Renew will shoot free throws. I think I'm going to start. I think Ware's going to be Gumby this year because that's what he looks like on the floor. When they throw up that ball, he's just so long. Xavier Johnson and Trey Galloway have been dubbed captains for this team. Renew's at the free throw line. Free throws up. Hard off the back rim as well. Should have never bragged on his shooting ability. The thing about schools like these Eagles from Florida Gulf Coast is you don't want to give them hope. If you give them hope, they start playing a little above their ability level. Second one rims out, no good as well. It was all the way, everything but down. Here comes FGCU. The Eagles are up cross court. Mbako picks up the ball out high. And like I said, Indiana switches on everything. So there is no one guy that they're afraid to let these guys defend. He drives the lane, and Mbako cuts off the passing lane and knocks the ball out of bounds off his knee. It will stay. Why did they reset the shot clock? Hey, okay, it's okay. They got it. 10 seconds. And that ball is out of bounds. It's turned over to Indiana. Yeah, there you go. Morgan State going into Arizona. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to figure a way to dominate these early season games. This roster is completely different. It's overhauled. Xavier's got it on the left wing. They're trying to take away his right-hand dribble, so he goes left. He gets inside, throws the floater up on the Euro step and hits it. Xavier Johnson with a very athletic move. As the defender was trying to force him to his left, he went that way and scored. And FGCU will take a timeout as Coach Woodson gets run into and knocked down. Arizona last year had those big bodies that shot the ball, and they really dominated us last year. X and Renew go over to help pick up Coach after X tries to knock him down, going for that steal. But Xavier Johnson, Kitty. Kitty has found a way to hit the buttons on the cable receiver. Most points scored this century, by the way. 122 is a lot of points to be scored. Scoring has not come easy today for IU so far, as they have not really connected on a long-range shot. Florida Gulf Coast has played very stingy on the defensive end, but they have picked up a plethora of fouls in the meantime. They're going to try to rotate it around. 5:16 to go. He's looking to work on Renew. Shoots the deep three, and there is another three-pointer by the Eagles to get this back to within a three-point game. Telling you that Kitty's getting smart. X is going to bring it across the timeline as he walks it up with a three-point lead. Dalian Johnson, number 23 for the Eagles, has 9 points, 3 for 4 on long range. There's a turnover by Xavier Johnson. Sloppy, and they're going to, and I think that's goaltending. Xavier Johnson, out of frustration, automatically goaltended the ball coming back. I don't think he thought he did, but it was a frustration play. Let's see here as he has the ball stolen from him. Oh, yeah, it's goaltending. 6 turnovers in the half by IU, 5 for the Eagles. Here we go. It's a 1-point game with 4:35 to go to the half. Double team out high, flips it to Galloway. Galloway gets it over to Renew, who this team is playing great defense. Double team on the post. They rotate it around. Get it to Mbako for 3. No good. Mbako missed from the left corner. And here comes Florida Gulf Coast with a chance to take the lead. 4 of 9 from 3-point range. Throws up another one. No good. Ware controls the glass. Here comes Indiana back the other way. Flips it to Galloway. Galloway drives inside the lane. Back out to Ware for 3. That looks good. In rhythm and good. Kel'el Ware extends the lead for Indiana, 25-21. Believe that'll be his 7th point of the half. 6 rebounds and 3 blocks. Looks like a Trace Jackson Davis stat sheet if I ever saw one. They shoot another deep 3 from the right wing. No good. Mbako clears the rebound. He's pushing a little bit. Gets it to X. X sets up the offense back to Galloway. Back to X. X is looking cross court to Renew. To Ware for 3. Hard off the back rim. No good. The Eagles control the rebound and are content to slow it down, as I think they are gassed right now. Looking to drive. Gets it in the corner. Left him some room. No good on the 3 ball. As both teams look a little gassed. They throw it out of bounds, and that's a turnover going back to Indiana. And we will go to the under 4 timeout with a 4-point lead. Man, I'm telling you, Creek, Ware looks like Trace Jackson Davis with a 3-point shot. Just saying. I know Coach Chambers used his timeout at the 5-minute mark. He saw that his guys were very gassed at that point. Honestly, let me see what they've played as far as substitutes go. They have run 9 guys on the floor today. So they are going deeper into their bench. Need to close this final 4 minutes on a run. Our defense has looked very good, but so has theirs. Let's see. Thus far today, where is our leading scorer now? They're playing hard. This team is going. I will tell you right now that this team is going to challenge for whichever conference they play in. The teams we played thus far did not present this kind of challenge on defense. We did not get bodied up. We did not play guys our own size. And so far, FGCU has been up to the task. It's a great starter game for us because there is the possibility that they could win this game. I don't think they have enough scoring ability outside the 3-point shot, and we all know that you can't shoot like that for the whole game. They don't have much chance on the inside. But if they can keep it close and hang around, you never know what can happen. All right, come out of this timeout firing. You got 4 minutes left to go in the half. Turn it up a notch. Big Ten Network Maddie? Big Ten Network. I'm not sure where you're at, or if you have it, you can have the play-by-play as best I can give it here, just like radio. Thank you. Galloway's got it on the left wing. He feeds Ware. Ware's got it out high, looking, hands off to Galloway. They're playing the two-man game. He drives, pick and roll, drops it down to Renew on the block. Renew goes up strong and is blocked. And I think Renew's going to be called for the foul. This was one of his downsides last year. He would get into foul trouble. And I don't know if he agrees with the foul call here. Let's see how this played out. He goes up and reaching back after the player had the rebound. It looked like he got him on the arm a little bit. Maniac. Drops it inbounds. They're going to push it up. Goes around X. Gets all the way to the inside. He throws it out to the outside looking. Another deep three by Florida Gulf Coast. And it is a 1-point game. They beat X on the backcourt and got around and dropped it back out at the top of the key for a long three. And that is their fifth for the first half. And it is a 1-point game. Galloway's rotating around high on a 1-4 set. Mbako, Xavier Johnson has it, gets it to Walker. Walker to Mbako. Mbako drives in, 15-footer, no good. And Kel'el Ware tries to tip it out, but Florida Gulf Coast crashes the boards and gets the rebound. And they are down by 1 with 2 minutes to go in the half, and they've got a chance to take the lead here. They get it. Walker's in tow on the right-hand side. They clear out. He's trying to drive around him. Here comes the double team. Gets it out to the wing, looking, nothing doing, drives around. 9 on the shot clock. They reset in the corner. Xavier's there. He drives into the lane, looks, throws it cross court, three-pointer. It's an air ball, and that is controlled by Ware. Here comes Xavier Johnson across the timeline. 1:36 to go. Indiana up by 1. X drives all the way to the basket, throws it up, and is no good, but is fouled. Yes, mostly this is real right now. Florida Gulf Coast is a very stingy Division I team that is coached by a former Big Ten coach. They are prepared. We are not shooting very well, defending pretty well. There's a lot of things to clean up today. First set of real competition. Free throw is up and it rims out. No good for X. Good to see you, mostly. Thank you for stopping in, bro. Indiana's got a chance to extend this lead to 2. Only 14 fouls on the Hoosiers, and Florida Gulf Coast is mounting them today. Trying to stay with this team, they have fouled a lot. Second free throw's up, short off the front rim, misses them both. We're going to have to dig down deep inside. Cups is back on the floor, along with Galloway, Johnson, Johnson, Walker, and Ware. And that is hard off the rim, no good. Tries to shoot it over Ware. And in this one, he puts it up and in. And the Eagles have a lead at 26-25. Later, Maniac drives the lane, dumps it down to Ware, but there is a foul. Pat Chambers has done a very good job of keeping his team in it this first half, as they have picked up a lot of fouls. So I'll check that statistic here in a second. Definitely over 10. And I don't get the rest of that stat here just yet. We'll figure that out at halftime. 26 all. Second free throw is good. Walker connects on both, I believe, there. And Indiana's back up a point. How they finish this minute is pretty important. Walker and Cups are putting pressure. Cups backs off, crosses the timeline, goes into the weave out high. They rotate it to the top of the key, looking left wing, drives around the right side, nothing doing, cut off back to the left wing, into the corner, back out to the top of the key, looking. Step back three behind Walker. In him. If so, welcome to the stream today. I don't think I did mostly. Yes, sir. Mr. Creek. Something going? Am I fudging? 36.4 to go after this timeout. Indiana needs to get a score here. As we cruise into halftime, a score and a stop would be great. Okay, I didn't see it on any of my screens, so it was kind of weird. Unless I was just. There's the inbound. Cups has got it out high. He's going to dribble across. They're going to run this shot clock down as Xavier takes over at the top. He's pushing everybody back away. 15 on the shot clock, 25 on the game. Here we go. Under 10, he's going to start the offense. Here comes the high pick by Ware. Feeds it to Ware inside. Ware drives, puts it up, and no good, but there is a foul. And Ware looks like he is going to go to the free throw line for two. Almost got hit with the charge. Nice pass. Could have been called for a travel. He goes around the defender and clips him as he was set, but he was going around him, and that makes it a block. Super happy with Kel'el Ware today. His aggressiveness has been great. And he's short on the free throw. How many of these things can we miss today? Absolutely, Creek. Then Cyrus Largy goes to the bench with 3 fouls. Second free throw is good. Extends to 2-point lead. Let's see if we can defend for one possession here. They get the ball in. Cups is on the guy coming up with the ball. He's holding him back. Rotates to the left. There's a high pick. He feeds it in the corner for a deep three. Airballs it. Ware controls it. Cups has got it with 1 second. Throws it up from half court. Hard off the back glass. No good. Indiana takes it to the locker room with a 28-26 lead. I am going to find a better box score for sure. Let's try this one. Yeah, I like this better. Let's see. I don't know. I might go to this one permanent for my scoreboard. So, rebounding was definitely an issue. They crashed boards. They defended very hard, and they were rewarded with that. And they shot the 3 ball. That's the combination for what smaller schools need to win in these type of games. There is a lot of team fouls right now on the Eagles. Only one starter has less than 2. And everybody on the bench has 1 or 2 that has played. Kel'el Ware did have 8 points in the first half. Trey Galloway had 6. Ware had 8 and 8. 8 rebounds, 8 points, and 1 assist. I think he had 3 blocks. I don't have that stat in this right here. Renew started off okay. He has 2 fouls. He's our lone guy in foul trouble. Xavier Johnson, no assist in the first half for your point guard. Not a good sign. Mackenzie Mbako did not score the ball well, but he did have 3. He kicked in 3 rebounds and 1 assist. Mbako, Galloway, and Ware truly led the team in the first half. Off the bench, Cups had 2 points. Anthony Walker had 2 points and 3 rebounds. Walker comes in and was solid. And we still have not seen Peyton Sparks yet. And let's get to the box score. We'll check some of the thing out. CJ Gunn did not play like he did the last time. Is it really? It's funny. I don't see it that way. I will add some light. Maybe I can add a little here. I'm not sure what it is, Leo. It's been pretty good for the last while. Ooh, it's pretty bright. Let's make it a little softer. I don't see it as blurry on both of them. Let me check my other feed. Well, I apologize. I'll work on it a little bit and see if there's something. This Logitech C920 camera, Alex has had issues with it, especially when I try to dim it down a little bit. It can be somewhat of a problem, I guess. Good call, Creek. No true identity there. I think the biggest problem that I saw in the first half was that our guards didn't dictate pace or the offense. They didn't show out to run offense the way that we want to run it. They didn't control the game. They kind of let the Florida Gulf Coast defense control the game, and it didn't seem like they were. It didn't seem like they were into it per se. I didn't see a real point guard type of play there, and that means you're not playing the type of ball you want if your point guard's not dictating. So I'm still having hats off to this Florida Gulf Coast team. Definitely going to check them out today. This game was a 14.5-point spread, picked Indiana. Money line, -1,000 for IU, +700 for the Eagles. And you know it just as well as anything. These games are not easy wins. No, we were challenged, and I that just sends me. We very rarely ran. We very rarely fed the post, and we were challenged on the defensive end, and they kind of took away some of the things that we tried to do, and we didn't find ways around it. I think this is going to be a good. This second half is going to be a good indicator, basically on what we've got going forward, because the way that first half looked, it looked like they dictated the game. It looked like we didn't go out and assert ourselves into an offense. Are you being a smart aleck? Because I will definitely work on it if you're not. Let me turn it back down a little bit because I don't like the bright light in my face. I was going to say I looked crisp and clear here, but that doesn't mean anything. Okay, bro. Thank you. But so I guess, Creek, that tells me that what we need to do in the second half is establish an identity, and that identity is going to be inside out. It's got to be through the post, because we've invested so heavily in our wing and our front court that I think we really need to feed that ball on the post, let the defense collapse and work it inside out, and some dribble penetration to the rim. I feel like their guards did a fantastic job of taking away, what Galloway and Xavier Johnson, which are both seniors, their ability to do what they wanted in the offense. I keep going back to the same point. It feels like It feels like we did not have a star, somebody that could control the game running the point. And I don't know that Cups wasn't effective in that aspect because his play was in and out there. But I think that's really where we need to start, is asserting ourselves with the guard play in the second half. We're the way our bigs play, we're gonna draw fouls. And there's Mount St. Mary's in Maryland playing today. The Terrapins are off on a good start. Another really good team. North Dakota plays at Iowa at 8 o'clock. UNC Asheville plays at Michigan. Another one of those scary type of games. It's another school that is a pretty decent sized school that has some good athletes, and they usually are competitive. Anybody in the chat that hasn't said hello today, I would definitely appreciate a chat and the opportunity to say hi. Try to keep up with everybody that comes in. It's in the blood. College basketball with the Indiana Hoosiers is a very interactive stream. We try to watch the game, have a party. It's a watch party together, and feel free to join yourself in the conversation. Not worried about your fandom. You will not be disrespected in here. Maybe just a little, but it's in fun. We have a good time in here, so feel free to speak up if you want to be a part of the chat. If not, thanks for stopping in and watching. After the stream is over, I definitely would appreciate anybody smashing a thumbs up or a thumbs down if they enjoyed their time. And if so, a comment would be fantastic. I would definitely appreciate that as well. Also, I'd love the opportunity to earn a subscription. And if you would like to join our Discord, I'm sure Leo will post the link in the chat. And that's where the Blood Fam, all of our group, really kind of hang out, post memes, talk about football, basketball, anything and everything in there. Food is a hot topic in this channel. It's more of a community, and that is what we are going for here. Cal Bears going all the way. Man, Leo, you are on it, bro. The California Bears. I haven't seen anything on their basketball program this year. Yeah, you know what? It seemed like Ware was the most into the game of anybody, and he seemed like he fed off the defensive end, which I really like that. I had no complaints about the way he played in the first half. Mbako did not get his way. He got manned up against and did not. I guess he's used to dominating lesser talent, and it really was. Larry, nice to see you. Which are you talking about, Indiana or Florida Gulf Coast? Because our offense, of course, is, I guess, still a form of the motion offense, but it did not feel like we were working the post at all. Everything kind of just worked itself to being dribble penetration, and then their defense was very much active on that end, and they did not make anything easy. He needs to keep shooting. Yeah, Creek, to me, it looked like he didn't get easy opportunities, and X needs to try to dominate a little bit more in this half. That's what you got. Yeah, they're not moving without the ball for sure. The late great Coach Knight would have probably thrown a chair, as nobody's working off the ball to score. I miss Coach Knight. I miss seeing chairs fly. I've seen a lot of people doing tributes, throwing chairs out in their front lawn and stuff. Warms my heart. What's up, Dabney? Yeah. But they did not play well. But I'm gonna go back and say I'm gonna go back and say you can rip them for bad offense, but I'm putting a good bit of uh, confidence in that because the Florida Gulf played good defense. They were super active on the defensive end. Pat Chambers did a good job with those guys, and I don't think they expected them to be that tough on D. I think they're getting smacked in the face right now, and they're going to have to work a little bit harder. First 5 minutes of the second half is going to matter big time. Absolutely. Balin, I agree. That was the one thing that we did well was we drew fouls. A little bit more athletic in the front court than they were, and I think that really hurt them. But they did not play afraid. They D'd up and manned up tough, and they were very active. I'm still kind of maybe right now we're still a bad team. Maybe we're not playing great yet, but they did not let us take it. They challenged everything we did. But back to Larry earlier, not a lot of movement on offense. There was no easy shots in that half, and not having off ball movement and good offense being run is a problem. Early in the season, you've got to understand that these teams are finally playing against other people other than themselves in practice. This is coach's responsibility to get them fired up and get them going. He's got to get, you're back here talking between 18 and 22-year-olds. You've got to find a way to motivate them. We all know that all the talk about kel'el Ware is that he didn't have the motor, and that's why he didn't do well at Oregon. So he's under a microscope. Coach has got to get them to come out of this first half firing. Very good defense. Horrible free throw shooting, but we shot 18 free throws in the first half. This game will be probably won at the free throw line, but not because of made free throws, because the fact that they're not going to have their top guys on the floor. Yeah, I was talking about that game just a little bit. It was letting people know that these games at the beginning of the season are like, look for James Madison when it comes down to an at-large bid or the possibility of seeding in the NCAA tournament. That game at the end of the year is going to mean more for them than it did for Michigan State. That's why these teams come in prepared for this first game. You know that Florida Gulf Coast probably practiced for this game for a long time. Right, man. And Baco Taco, baby. That's what it needs to be a thing at Taco Bell. And that young man, hopefully he learned a lesson. We'll say that today. We talked about that in the stream the other night. All right, we're going to starting off the second half here. And there initially is automatically a turnover as they throw the ball out of bounds. And we're going to come back the other way. 1954. How we attack this first possession, I'm really curious. Johnson brings it across the timeline. He's sitting out high. Nothing doing there. There's a pick by Ware. He goes around. Back to Renew at the top of the key. Renew drives the lane, puts it up off the glass, and scores. Malik Renew with the dribble penetration gets the easy layup, and Indiana's up 4. Johnson's out high. Malik Renew has 6 points. Little push off there, nothing called. They rotate it. They're running their weave at the top of the key, trying to find a place to get through. Shoots a deep three really fast and buries it. Florida Gulf Coast scores their first three-point basket of the second half, and it's a one-point game. The biggest weakness we've had thus far this season, from what I've seen, is three-point defense. There's the pick out high, and Xavier Johnson is going to dribble it off the defender, and it goes out of bounds. 16 on the shot clock. Mbako is going to inbound the ball. There comes X, and he's going to feed it to Ware in the middle. Ware turnaround jump shot, hard off the back rim, no good. Should have run a little bit of offense there. Here comes the Eagles, rotating it inside. They drive the lane, and Xavier Johnson's defending tight. Looks to shoot the three. Steps and drives inside, shoots it up, no good. Ware with a rebound, and he loses it out of bounds as he's trying to throw it before he has it. Gives the ball back to Florida Gulf Coast. We grabbed the board. He just didn't grab it. Nobody there to contest the rebound. The Eagles get the ball inbound. They look. Drives on the right-hand side. Nothing doing. Florida Gulf Coast has 9 offensive rebounds. That cannot happen. Drives around the lane, shoot. It gets inside, but he steps on the sideline, and it's another turnover to start the half. Here comes X across the timeline. Hands it off to Galloway. Galloway's out high. And you're right. Everybody's standing around on offense. They get it to Ware. Ware feeds it over to Mbako for the open 2. And Mbako buries the jump shot in rhythm just inside the three-point line. 32-29, 18:06 to go. Here comes Florida Gulf Coast. They are running offense, and you can tell. They're running the weave out high. He goes around a pick, drop step, throws it inside, puts it up and in. Over Ware. Great offensive play by number 32 for the Eagles. He's a big-bodied guy, and it's a one-point game again. X brings it across the timeline, hands it off to Galloway. Galloway to Mbako. Mbako drives around, back to X. They're running their form of the weave right now. Double team, gets it to Ware. Ware to Renew. Renew puts up the reverse layup, and good. Malik Renew gets his 8th point of the game, and Indiana's back up 3. Here comes the Eagles. Set it up on the top of the key. Driving around Mbako, looking, probing, nothing. Goes to the right wing. They've got their bigs out high. Guard has it on the top of the key, back into the corner. Ware's defending. He tries to drive around Ware, feeds it around the horn. Looking for the shot, steps inside the three-point line, and Mbako blocks it, but to another Eagle, and he shoots it up and in. Great defensive play by Mbako. Bad result as Florida Gulf Coast picks up the loose ball and makes about an 8-foot jump shot. 33-34. They're going to consider that another offensive rebound. And 10 second chance points. Got to clean that up. Mbako's got it on the wing, looking, feeds it down to Renew. Renew gets it out to Galloway, almost a turnover. Down to Ware on the block. Oh, my God, they back to Galloway with the layup. Inside, feed that post, boys. 36-33, 16:20 to go. And my scoreboard is not refreshing. Let me fix that. Sorry about that. You have to yell at me. Finally, they fed the ball to the post. When they got it on the post, Galloway cuts to the basket, and it makes for very easy offense. 36-33. Yeah, I didn't see that it was stuck. Appreciate you guys. Free throws up, and it is good. 2-point game. Jake. What's up, bro? kel'el Ware 8, 8, 4, and 3 on the stat sheet right now. He's filling it up. Second free throw is up and no good off the back rim. Ware controls the rebound. And here we come back the other way. Xavier Johnson's relief, bringing the ball up the court. Crosses the timeline. 16 minutes to go in the game. Feeds it over to Ware out high. Ware drives, hands it off to Johnson. Johnson sets. Hits Galloway on the wing. Down to Renew on the block. Renew drives the lane. Turn around. Puts it up off the glass and in. Malik Renew using his athleticism and ball handling skills to get another quick basket here. And IU is up by 4. The fans are starting to come alive a little bit as they are wanting a run. And I believe Renew's going to pick up another foul there. And that will be his third. And he's one of the more effective offensive players right now. So that'll be nice and slow. Yeah, mostly I can't run a scoreboard in college basketball. There's no way. Yeah, and Alex said it right. Google. This scoreboard is ESPN. It's usually the best one, but I have not found one that I can run through OBS that's automatic, that does it itself, that can keep up. Yeah, so basically what I'm doing right now is that I've just got the Game Center on ESPN, the Gamecast, and I've got the scoring portion of that just playing it at the top of the screen. Yeah, Creek, I agree. Ware has been really good. Our Ware and Renew. Yeah, he's got to be the complete player. As he came out of when he came out of high school before he went to Oregon, everybody thought he was going to be at the University of Arkansas. I mean, that's where he was expected to go. A lot of teams did not recruit on him, and he chose to go out west to Oregon, which was kind of strange at the time. I'm not sure all the details there, but I know a lot of the Eastern schools thought that it was a foregone conclusion that, that Arkansas was going to be his choice. And it seemed to make sense. And then I'm not sure how that played out to where he went out to Oregon. But, sometimes these guys, you go from Arkansas country to Oregon University, it's definitely a different kind of student. And if you don't fit in socially, or it's not your niche, it might be a little bit harder to play basketball as a youth. So you've got to have a lot of things that kind of work for you where you go. Not sure how that played out there. I know that, the way they talked about him is that great upside. See if you can motivate him. So far this year, I've seen that he's playing pretty good basketball. And if he's not motivated yet, I can't wait to see him when he is motivated. Multitasking is not a skill that I possess, Jake. Absolutely. You will never hear me argue that. I'm not a multitasker. All right. Eagles are going to try to inbound it. There's some pressure on the inbound. They almost went the full 5 to get it in. They set their offense with 15 on the shot clock. They rotated to the right wing, rotated back to the left wing. Pick it high, looking in the corner, deep 3, money. Walker peeled off his guy and left him open long enough, and it's back to a 1-point game. We have not been able to utilize the 3 ball, not enough passes to the block. CJ Gunn is on the floor right now. Xavier Johnson drives inside the lane. He looks, 15-footer, 18-footer, and he hits it. Xavier Johnson slips his defender and hits the 18-footer, back to a 3-point lead, 40-37. Indiana 6 for 7 from the floor this half. Unfortunately, the Eagles are 4 for 6, and 2 of those are threes. They've got it on the right wing. Walker's out tight. I noticed Cups did not start out this time, and I'm wondering why. CJ Gunn's on the floor. Deep three again. Airballs it, and controlled by Walker. He's going to hand it off to X. Here we go back the other way. X feeds the corner. CJ Gunn feeds it down to Ware, and the ball's knocked away. Ware feeds it back out to X. X's drives around looking. Nothing. Right wing Galloway. Down to Walker on the block. Walker at 18. Shoots it. Short. Here comes Florida Gulf Coast back the other way. Center of the court working. Left wing driving. Inside the lane. Stops. Picks up his dribble. Feeds it out. Driving on Galloway. Feeds it out to the. He rotates. Drives inside. Over to the corner. Open for three. God bless it. Tie ball game. 40-all. We should take note. Drive the lane and dish out. X gets it to Galloway. Galloway drives. Gets it to Walker, who loses it. And Florida Gulf Coast picks the ball up. And now they're fired up as they use a timeout to get the loose ball off the ground and get the turnover. Where it's kind of a lackadaisical effort at this point. They're going to have to step it up to win this game. Also, so far this half, the fouls are not mounting like they did in the first half. They're playing defense without fouling, so they are on it at the moment. Heck, yes, they're crap. That's absolutely correct. I think a challenge is good. These guys have got to get it together, and somebody's going to have to step up and be a leader here in the second half. Man, I don't know that my heart can take a tight game one. It's going to be kind of tough. I like good basketball, but man, I don't know that I need that. No, Dabney, it is Florida Gulf Coast ball. They had to use a timeout to maintain possession. So Walker drops the pass as he goes to dribble. Florida Gulf Coast falls on it, and they burn a timeout to save possession. Not necessarily something that I would do in that instance, but they felt that possession was worth more than at that time to use a timeout. So we'll see. It is not a jump ball. Yeah, something's got to be different on because the guards are not dictating offense very well. And the thing of it is that Florida Gulf Coast keeps, driving the lane, feeding inside out. They're running their offense, and they're getting open shots. I hope you're right, Dabney. Struggle at first and blow them out, but I don't think this team's going away. You're gonna have to force feed the post. Zach Anderson is absolutely killing this half with 8 points. And that's who Walker is guarding. All right, they've got the ball. They're going to bring it across the timeline here. It is 40-40, 13:28 to go. Everybody's picking up D a little tighter, trying to drive on Walker. Nothing doing. Feeds it out, rotates it around. Gets to the left wing, rotates it over, tries to feed the post. Gets it down to the post against Ware. He's backing down on Ware. Looking. Turn around, puts it up, and no good. CJ Gunn controls the rebound, hands it off to X, and Indiana's got possession. USC for Maddie, and that's nice. Drives the lane, flips it up, and Galloway with a little flip up. Ware did not know if it was an alley-oop or not the way that he tossed it up, and Galloway gives Indiana a 2-point lead. Nice to meet you, Maddie. Thank you for coming in tonight. Appreciate that. USC, I don't know how they got a good basketball team this year, I bet, as they're working the ball around. They're running the same weave offense, driving inside. Ware pulls off his guy, leaves somebody open for three, and he hit it. Florida Gulf Coast has their first lead here recently, I would say. I know they've led us several times. 43-42, 12-16 to go. Xavier's got it out high. He's directing traffic, trying to get it set up. He drives to the right wing as Walker and CJ Gunn cut. He drives inside. And he gets blocked out of bounds. Xavier Johnson split the D, tried to get to the basket. Indiana's ball with 12 on the shot clock. Oh, I got you, Maddie. There you go. That makes more sense. I was trying to figure out why USC would be hanging out with us. Well, I definitely appreciate it. We get a little wound up in here, at times. Galloway gets it in. Walker works himself down, puts it up, tries to force the shot there. Good defense by the Eagles. And here they come back the other way, going to rotate it around, looking to penetrate. They got a 1-point lead. They're looking to expand upon it. Rotating in the right corner, working on Walker. Walker, he puts it up and in. Eagles got a 3-point lead, and Walker's been burnt several times. Cups is in the game now, and he is looking. He's on the right wing. There's a high pick. He drives around a double pick, feeds Galloway on the left wing, down to Renew on the block. Renew drop step, drives, draws the foul. Malik Renew has been our most effective post player by far. Kel'el Ware is playing fairly well, Drip. So far, his stat sheet reads 8, 9, and 4. 8 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 blocks as well. He is getting a breather at the moment. We might just be in trouble. Well, Creek. I mean, tell me if you think that this is wrong. This team is it's more talented in the front court than the back court per se. I know we've got experience in the back court with X and Galloway, but most of our scoring is going to come from 3, 4, and 5 position. We have got to feed the post. We've got to work our bigs inside because that's where we have an advantage over this team per se. And they should be the ones making the decisions right now. Yeah, I had the line at 14.5. Image plays. This is embarrassing. It's like playing Penn State. It's what Pat Chambers used to do with his Penn State teams, honestly. This is how they defended us. And we're getting punched in the mouth right now. Somebody's got to take control of this game for us. Dabney's like, Creek, no way, we got this, bro. I hope so. Right now we're being outplayed. The bad thing is that we were wearing them down, in the first half at this point. And, they had to use timeouts to kind of regain it. But they played tough that last 4 minutes. If this half is anything like the first half, it's going to be tight down the stretch. And that's the other thing. The 3-point ball is the difference in the game. They as a team right now, they're 9 for 21 from 3. That's 27 of their points have come from behind the line. They're not shooting a super high percentage, but 9 for 21 ain't nothing to shake a stick at. You know, we've only hit 2 3-pointers in the game. And if we're not feeding the block, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You know, we talked about not letting a team hang around. You know, we knew that there would be some growing pains with this team, but the talent's there. And we've got to find somebody has got to step up and take over right now. Absolutely, mostly. Malik Renew has played a very good game. Our front court has done pretty well. Whoa. Well, let's get through this one first. Playing UConn will be a tough task. Ware's got it. He drives the lane, feeds Renew. Renew with the baby hook. Hard off the back rim. No good. Good shot. Here comes the Eagles with a chance to expand on a 3-point lead. Sooner or later, they were defending out high. He's working. Right wing, nothing. Cups is guarding. He's got the pick set. He goes around the pick. Working it around in the corner for 3. Another. God, you've got to stop pulling off your guy. 6-point lead for Florida Gulf Coast. No, right now I don't think we can be UConn. And Indiana has to take a timeout. These boys are lighting it up from range, and we are drink Prime instead of Gatorade. I haven't tried that yet. I got water too. This is sloppy defense right now. This is different than what it was in the first half. These guys are wound up, fired up. They are definitely pulling ahead right now. And Pat Chambers is letting them rest, talking to his coaching staff during this timeout. Way weary, this is bad. Absolutely. I was worried when I saw Pat Chambers coaching this team because I can remember the games where Penn State come in here with not as talented. The fans look restless. Everybody's got to find a way. Somebody's got to step up here. And you saw over there, Ja'Kai Newton, that dude is ripped. When he gets his knee healed, I think he's going to develop into a very good player. He's definitely got the work ethic at the gym. He's got the right mentality. Ja'Kai Newton, I think, is going to be a good player for Indiana. Hopefully he heals up good, and because I know that it's taken some time. Florida Gulf Coast is on an 8-0 run the last minute 39. Coach will be very reluctant with his bench use going down the stretch. They get the ball into Ware. Galloway has it back. He gets in the lane. Galloway flips it to Renew. Renew drives the lane, spins off the glass, and in and one. Malik Renew attacks the glass. Galloway and Renew with a little bit of renewed energy, and they cut it back to 4 with a free throw coming. Johnny Smallpepper in the house. Thank you for last night, my friend. That stream went off great. Made some new friends, Johnny. Absolutely. Some reached out today. I appreciate you. It does seem like it's weird for Indiana not being in the top 10, 20. Renew's at the free throw line. Let's see if he's got some concentration. He does. Cuts the lead back down to 3 as Indiana sets up press. Malik Renew is the leading scorer today with 13 points thus far. Here comes Florida Gulf Coast up the middle of the floor. Gabe Cups is on their point guard as he rotates it around. They're running their weave, and back and forth they go. Double team. They've got him trapped, and Ware steals it. Here comes X back the other way. He goes up for the layup and scores. Kel'el Ware gets the steal. Xavier Johnson gets the layup, and we're back to a 1-point game. As Cups is going to pressure again, man-to-man, full court. And here comes the Eagles bringing it back across. Drives to the right side, handoff. He doesn't hand it off. He fakes the handoff, goes around, setting it up high. Everybody's starting to deny the ball a little bit. Eagles have the ball out with 12 seconds to go on the shot clock. He drives the lane, and that's a charge. Xavier Johnson steps in and takes the charge, and that is another turnover for the Eagles. And the fans are starting to loosen up a little bit. Chris, right now I'm gonna stick it and say that Mbako hasn't had enough time. If you need a basket right now, I'm going to Renew the way he's playing. Just saying at this point. 48-47. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it. Renew's got it on the block. He's backing his way in. Looking, nothing there. Feeds it out to Cups. Cups, I'd love to see Gabe Cups get a shot here. Double team comes. Renew gets the ball. He drives inside. He goes up, and he's blocked. Galloway gets the rebound, shows the floater up, and it's good. Second chance points, and Indiana is back up a point. 7-0 run over the last 120. Let's go. Eagles are pushing right wing in the corner. Looking, drives on Renew. Nothing doing. Backs it back out. Xavier is playing good defense now. His intensity level's up. They feed it inside. Xavier Johnson's there. Back outside, rotating another deep three. Short off the front rim. Finally, one doesn't go down. X feeds Galloway on the lead out. Looking, drops it off to Renew. Renew drives the lane, gets inside, no shot. Feeds Johnson for three. Money. Xavier Johnson buries the three, and Indiana is instantly up 4. 10-0 run in the last 2 minutes. Here come the Eagles across the timeline, and I don't know, they're going to burn a timeout, and Assembly Hall comes to its feet. About time we had a little scoring break out there. Thank you. We needed that. That is what I am talking about. Xavier Johnson, it didn't go down very easily, but it went down. Chris Ayers, what's up, brother? Nice to see you, my friend. Definitely appreciate all you guys back in the chat. Justin Curran says, is Mackenzie playing right now? I don't think he's on the floor right now, but he has played today. He's got a little bit of that. It's been shoved in his face a little bit today. I think the competition's a little stiffer than what he's used to. And so he has not had the best game thus far, but his stat sheet is 4 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist, 2 of 6 from the floor. He does have 1 foul, 1 steal, 1 block, and 1 turnover. Let's see. And thanks for the comment, Justin. Definitely appreciate it. If anybody hasn't yet, I would appreciate somebody smashing one of those buttons below, whether it be the like or the dislike. Hit the subscribe button if you're an IU fan. Come back and check us out. It's a pretty fun little community as we have a blast in here. Uh-oh. Football question. Can the Steelers stay within 2 TDs of the Bengal when they play for the first time? If Cincinnati starts fast, Pittsburgh's in trouble. Pittsburgh's got to play on the lead. I don't think Pittsburgh can I don't think they can switch their game up and play from behind. I don't feel like that's the type of team they are. Yeah, Chris, we got a lot of different football fans in here, brother. This is that upside, Shane. Absolutely. But this team's got to learn to play motivated basketball for 40 minutes. Bro, Chris, we have Chiefs, we have Colts, we have a lot of Packers fans, we have 49er fans. Our football side is very diverse. Dabney says, I hope Cincy smokes Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's got issues on offense. They really do. Defensively, TJ Watt may be the best in the NFL. We have some Packer fans. The Green Bay Packers having their own issues this year. Xavier Johnson's got that look on his face, and so does Malik Renew. They look dialed in. Florida Gulf Coast gets the ball inbounds. They're looking. Gabe Cups is playing tight D out high. These guys working him on the edge, nothing doing. They are stepped up on the three-point line. I don't think they're going to let him beat him with the three-point shot now. Working it on the right side, brings it across court. 5 on the shot clock. A deep, deep three, hard off the rim, no good. Ware clears the glass and gives it to X. Cups is going to run the point from here on out, it looks like, as Xavier hands it to him and brings it down the court. Cups brings it over to the left wing. He's probing. Nothing doing. Pick out high, drives the lane. Nothing there. Picks up his dribble, hits Ware inside. Ware puts it up and in. Kel'el Ware gets another basket feed from Cups. And here we go, 54-48. 7:42 to go in the game. They've extended the lead to 6 right now, playing some very inspired basketball. Ware made a clutch shot within 8 foot. This team is still going to have to finish from inside. And there is a foul on Gabe Cups, a little too tight on the defense. I will take that, as that's the 3rd team foul on Indiana. Florida Gulf Coast has played without fouling this half. Really big 9 minutes. Wait for this younger team to turn this around. Yeah, I want to see which guys are out there in the clutch that do it. And right now, Renew and Johnson and Ware have played very well. Working around the pick, he's driving, and that's going to be a foul on Ware as he reaches, as Florida Gulf Coast realized that we were trying to take away the 3, and they were trying to use dribble penetration to get to the glass. Yeah, Leo, Alex is an honorary Rams fan. She loves Carson Wentz. FGCU gets it inbound. They're looking, feeds it over to the right wing. Renew closes quickly so he doesn't get the shot. They feed it to the left side. 10 on the shot clock. There's the high pick around Galloway. Looking to probe. Nothing doing. 20-footer, short off the front rim. Not that good of a off-the-dribble shooter there, as they don't get the three-point shot, and the shot comes up short. Might be getting a little tired in the legs. Hoosiers are still on a 12-0 run. They're going to make them play defense. Running the shot clock down. Cups feeds it inside to Renew. Spin move, and he is fouled going up. Renew does not finish, but he will go to the free throw line with 6:50 left to go in the game. Everybody, Snowman Multimedia is in the house. I saw a picture of Mr. Snowman calling the Indiana Pacers and the San Antonio Spurs game live from Indianapolis. Congratulations, bro. That's a nice gig. Yeah, I know. He needs to dunk that. I don't know if he was held, and that's what slowed him down. Free throws up and good. Make them both, Malik. Malik Renew, he hasn't showed it today, but he had in rhythm a very good three-point shot. They have taken that away from this game. There's been no threes. Mbako has not been open, and he is on the bench right now. Cups, Renew, Ware, Galloway, and Johnson on the floor. It's who Coach trusts right now with 6:48 to go. Indiana's got an 8-point lead, and Malik Renew has a career high tonight. And their ball is on the floor. Here they go, looking, nothing doing. Cups is back in defense, working on their point guard, aggressive and in his face. Don't call him for the hand check. He's working it, feeds it over. Loses it. Cups is on the floor. It's loose. Xavier Johnson keeps it up. Renew picks up the loose ball. Here comes X back the other way. Great defense by Cups. Cross court. Oh, no. Cross court pass from Galloway to Renew goes out of bounds, and Indiana turns it over. I don't worry about betting. I worry about getting it done. Great defensive possession last time by Gabe Cups in their face, playing tight man-to-man. IU is still on a 14-0 scoring run the last 4 minutes. Working the ball out high. Gets it across over. They're going to reset the offense with 17 on the shot clock. Looking to take the three. Nothing doing. Driving the lane on Cups. He cuts him off. Backs back out. Looking to feed it inside. Nothing. Rotates it around. Drives on Xavier. Puts up the shot from 12, and he made it. Tough contested shot by Florida Gulf Coast. And the scoring run is broken with 5:46 to go. Cups is working it out high, and they're playing defense tight on him just the same. This game has a very good feel as far as the physicality, and it. Cups drives the lane, gets it over, cross court to Galloway for three. No good. In and out. Here comes Florida Gulf Coast. Cups takes it in and drops the dime out there, but he cannot make the shot. 20 on the shot clock to go. They're looking to feed the ball inside. Nothing doing. Rotating it around the horn. They've got it in the corner against Xavier Johnson. Nothing there. Looking. Feeds the post. Tipped back out by Ware. And they're going to call him for the foul. And that'll be the 16th foul on Indiana, as the next foul will lead to a 1-and-1 for Florida Gulf Coast. Yeah, I don't know they're going to cover 12.5 today. This team has been very feisty. Looking, rotating it around, nothing to do. They get it down on the block. He spins on Ware. Ware makes him dribble it off his knee, and it's a turnover, and Renew is standing there. Great hands by kel'el Ware to get his hand in there on that dribble penetration. Let's watch it again. He reaches in and dribble and touches and affects the dribble, and he dribbles it off his foot. Indiana with a 6-point lead. Yeah, Galloway should have made that one, but you're not going to make them all. They go to some kind of a zone here. It looks like it's a 3-2. Cups for three. No good. Ware gets the offensive glass. He goes and drives. Puts it up. He goes up strong and draws the foul. kel'el Ware gets the offensive glass, doing the dirty work, goes to put it in, and he will go to the free throw line, as that is Florida Gulf Coast's 5th foul. And I take that back. Indiana only has 5 team fouls, both of which are at 5, so nobody is in the bonus yet. Cheeseheads at least have Marquette. I like Marquette. Free throws up and good. kel'el Ware and Malik Renew playing great basketball tonight, carrying this team to a win right now. And Gabe Cups has been that spark of energy off the bench that they really needed in this second half. Second free throw is also good. The lead is back up to 8 with 4:35 to go, and IU continues to press. They're going to back off the press a little bit, as they're going to have a forward bring the ball up, and Renew backs off of him, as he's got very good ball handling skills. Rotates it around to the right wing. Nothing doing there. They got a mismatch underneath. He rotates out, looking for the three. Drives the lane. Left wide open on the cover. No good. And there's an offensive rebound. Puts it up. No good. Ball's loose. Xavier Johnson's got it. Here comes Indiana back the other way. He's going to feed it, and it's kicked out of bounds by the Eagles. And Indiana will have the ball on this end of the court with 4 minutes to go. And I'm going to tell you guys, the one big change I've noticed in the last 6 minutes of this game is that high percentage of three-point shots going down stopped going down for the Eagles. Same thing happened the other day. They started hot, but the defense, they eventually started missing that long ball. You can't rely on it. Renew drives the lane. Nothing there. He gives it to Cups. Cups drives, 20-footer. Gabe Cups with the clutch 20-foot jump shot off the dribble, and Indiana leads by 10. Oh, they're saying it's a 3? That's coming back down. I don't believe that at all. He's got the ball. He picks up his dribble, rotates it out, across the court, looking for the 3. Drives on Renew, shoots the floater. No good. Tipped up and tipped back out. Offensive rebound. He's open for another 3 attempt, and he hit it. Second chance points, cuts it back to an 8-point lead. Galloway was on the fast break, lays it up and in. Florida Gulf Coast cannot get back on D, and Indiana extends back to 10. I'm telling you, at the timeout, it's going to be 9, though. Looking out high, drives, shoots another 3. No good. Oh, and Renew lost the rebound as it was tipped out of his hand, and the Eagles cut it back to 8. God, I'm going to tell you, Cups is going to be a stud. And there is a timeout on the floor. I really think they're going to review that three-point shot. Let's see it, because I don't think it was 3. Oh, maybe it was. I did not think he was behind that line. Even better. You think so? Mostly, I would love that. I would love if that was my job. I would absolutely. It would be so exciting to do that. I just like doing it. I don't care if anybody likes it or not. I have fun. I get to watch my basketball team and get to get excited and talk smack and have fun. It didn't, Creek. I thought for sure when I seen them put 3 on the boards, but I think his feet were behind the line. So his dribble penetration was like, wow. What's up, Ben? How you doing, my friend? Dabney, on second look, when they showed it before the commercial, honestly, I think it was a 3. His feet are just that quick. He floated. I mean, I think he was behind the line. I don't think they're going to take it away. What is the overall height differential between these two teams? I didn't look at their sizes, but I know that they don't have a big that's over 7 foot. I think their big is 6'10", 6'9". He is. His defensive intensity and the energy he brings to the floor, he might eventually this season take over that starting point guard role. He might delegate Galloway to the bench. I'm not saying that that's going to happen. Coach has made Galloway a captain, but if he keeps playing the way that he is, Jake, I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you for hanging out. It's all I can ask is to have good people to talk to. I know Florida Gulf Coast starts 3 average size guard. That's all I know about them. The way they beat USC to start last year. Yeah, everybody. It's like against Marion. Marion was a much smaller team, and it showed. This team here. What I like about this Florida Gulf Coast team, if we're going to be honest, they do what we're supposed to be doing. They utilize their bigs to handle the ball. It's a very NBA style. Their bigs play really well. Yeah, Marion is NAI. I know. Jarslow, somebody has the stream. The game is on the Big Ten Network. I don't think you can stream it. Not sure unless you have that, but you can check. Renew has the ball on the block. Looking, he's double teamed. Somebody's open. Cups rotates it in the corner. X for 3. Hard off the back rim. The ball's tipped up and out. Florida Gulf Coast controls the rebound with 2:52 to go. Down 8. They get it in the corner. He's open for a second. Cups closes. Cups gets the steal. Knocks it away. He is not happy about it. Gabe Cups with those super lightning fast hands. And Indiana's running the shot clock down. They're going to burn this shot clock. Rotate it to the top of the key. Cups is running the offense. Great to see out of a freshman. Gets it to Renew on the block. Renew backs in. Double team comes. Somebody's open. And he feeds Ware, and it's a turnover. Here comes Florida Gulf Coast back the other way. Deep 3. No good. Xavier controls it. He's going to cross the timeline, and Coach asks him to slow it down. 2:08 to go. Indiana's still up 8. They're on a 21-7 run for the last 8:30 of the game. Xavier's out high. Defense is right on him. He's going to start the offense with 10 to go. Double teamed. Over to Ware for 3. He's wide open. Hard off the back rim. Controlled by Indiana. Galloway with the offensive glass. Picks up his dribble. Feeds it into the corner. Cups has it in the corner. Dribbling out, coming out high, hits Galloway and they're going to reset here with 9 seconds to go. Galloway's directing the offense. He's got a one-on-one out high. He drives. He gets inside the lane, spins, flips it up, and hit him with a reverse layup. Trey Galloway goes 1-on-2 and gets the basket, extends back to 10. Indiana's up by 10 with 1:18 to go, and the clock is ticking. Not much Florida Gulf Coast can do. Defending the three, my friend. He shoots it from deep three, and he hits it. Cuts it back to 7 with 1:09 to go, and Cups slams the ball in disgust that he made it, and the lead is back to 7, and FGCU calls a timeout. Well, I agree, Creek, and that's kind of the way I felt the whole game, is that Florida Gulf Coast is not a bad team. We think that because where they come from, what conference they're in, they're not going to be competitive. These guys are athletic. They've got 5 ball handlers on the floor, and they're sizable. Their bigs may not be as tall, but they're bigs. They make good decisions. They don't turn the ball over a lot. Could very easily be a tourney team. I think they're in the Atlantic Sun, and they have a good opportunity to win that conference. I'm going to say it right now. They have got a chance to be very good. Because I'm going to tell you, Pat Chambers is a heck of a coach. The assertion of Gabe Cups late in this game has really got me fired up. And the lack of Mackenzie Mbako today has got me a little worried. Because the other day, I thought for sure that he was going to be an integral part of the scoring of this team, and he hasn't stepped up today. Now, he's a freshman, and he may not be adjusting well, but Gabe Cups is adjusting. Mbako might need to do a little work. You guys are absolutely awesome for being in here tonight at a 6:30 game. Definitely appreciate y'all being in early and hanging out tonight. We will be in here for every possible game this season. I will also be cutting videos. Check those out when I drop them. I'll make a highlight reel from tonight as well. And they're looking to get the ball in. And what the F was that? Renew gets a turnover, and Renew, why is he taking it back out? Throw the ball. That's a 4-point lead. Cups is trapped. There's another turnover. What is going on here? Get that ball out of his Renew's hand right now. Renew basically just gave up 6 points. Why did he try to throw the ball past Gabe Cups? He was open. And he has played well the whole game, but then Cups makes a bad pass himself, and it was almost another one. Indiana's got the ball. Get that ball across the timeline. As the press is working good. Renew has it. He's there, and they're going to draw the foul. 43 seconds to go. This game is not over. I'm going to say that Malik Renew's been on the floor too long, Dabney. I don't think he got a blow this second half. I think he's been out there the whole half. And if I was coach, I'd sit him down after these if he makes these free throws. Yeah, IU and free throw shooting. Reneau has looked good from the stripe, but it looks gassed. When you start getting tired, you're going to hear me start complaining here in a second. Free throws up and rims out, no good. Here they come with 40 seconds, a chance to cut the lead. Drops it inside, puts it up, and in. It's a 2-point game with 35 seconds to go. Xavier gets the ball on the inbound. He's working it up. Here comes Galloway. Do not give it to somebody that can't shoot a free throw. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm right. So my biggest gripe on Coach Woodson is his lack of substitutions in the second half, especially the last 5 minutes of the game. He will leave those guys in there gassed or not. Xavier Johnson is a 6-year senior. He has got to knock down this 1-1 here. First free throw's up and good. Clutch. One more. I don't care if it's a 1-point win. Walker has not played well, Chris. He's on the bench because he's not played well. I really think so too, Sparks. I'm really dying to see him on this team play. And the second free throw is no good. They will have a chance to tie. Defend that 3 line, but don't foul. They got it in the corner. He shoots the 3. No good. Offensive glass. And who's the foul on? The foul is going to be on number 10 on the rebound, and Indiana will get a 1-1. I mean, I'm not. Greetings from Poland. My English is not perfect, but you're very good. Jaroslav, appreciate that. Anytime you want to hang out, you're more than welcome to hang out here when we'll work with your English. All right, Johnson was going up for the rebound, and he got fouled on that. He's got 1-1 here with 16 seconds to go. One pretty much ices it. And it's short off the front rim, but it does fall. He short-armed it a little bit there. Made me scared. 4-point lead. Let's get this one. Kel'el Ware is just huge. He is a 6th-year senior, Chris. So he's a full-grown man. He's probably 24 now. Probably doesn't have much of an opportunity at a pro career because of his lack of shooting ability. Definitely defensive guy. And Renew's getting jolly with one of the players. Get him off the court. Get him off the court. I can't hear the play-by-play. Get him off the floor right now. It's getting a little bit. He has the off the floor character to succeed in the NBA. I can see him being a role player maybe, but I just don't think. I can't believe he's got 13 points tonight. Free throws up and good. 5-point lead, 16 seconds to go in the game. They're not going to back off the press. They're going to make him work. Cups is backpedaling. He goes around the pick looking. Ware cuts him off. He's not going to let the guard shoot. Drives the lane, feeds it out. Deep 3. No good. Ware with the glass, 4 seconds, and there's a foul. Indiana's going to close this one out. I can't tell. I think he does have some of the things that he needs. He's really good at being stern on the floor and chippy. He's really good at ticking people off. But that dude needs to learn. He never learned how to shoot properly. I can't believe they let him shoot that way his whole career. GG's, Leo. Thank you, bro. Creek, brother, as always, you're much appreciated. I need your contact information at some point, as I'm going to be in your area this winter quite a bit. So make sure I get some way to get a hold of you. Leave me find a way to get a hold of me. All right, Ware is going to be shooting free throws here. Free throws up. Kel'el Ware misses the free throw, but it's double bonus at this point. Lack of a little bit of clutch there at the end. Florida Gulf Coast has been an excellent opponent for our first game this season, and we are lucky to walk away from this with a win. Gonna just say that right now. Second free throw is good. Ware is going to finish his game out with 13 points and 11 rebounds. 3 seconds is going to drive down. Cups is not going to let him have that shot easily. I think he affected it. And Indiana's going to get the dub. And they're going to walk off the field here. And Baco did not play his best ball today. Let's bring it up really fast. Also, thank you guys. Chris, man, nice seeing you too, bro. I wish your Steelers all the luck in the world, just not when they play me, my friend. But you know, when we have that game, you're more than welcome to hang with us. And I'm glad that they're 5-3, and I'm glad you got such a great. Why is they switched us over to the Michigan game? I don't even want to see that right now. I want to close it out by saying that Indiana did play better in the second half, put up 41 points. Zach Anderson for Florida Gulf Coast is very chippy as a forward, put in 19 points for them. Dallin Johnson put in another 17, had a couple assists and a couple of boards. Great effort by those guys. But I want to go through our scoring list here. Trey Galloway came up clutch in the second half. 16 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Super clutch. Kel'el Ware came in clutch as well. He ended up with 13, 12, and 4 with 3 blocks as well. Xavier Johnson, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. The assist numbers are kind of concerning. Malik Renew, 1 rebound, which I don't get. He was the bulkiest guy on the court, but he did end up with 15 points, 2 assists. There's some turnovers in there that were very questionable decisions down the stretch. Coach is really going to need to clean that up with him. Mackenzie Mbako, not a stellar performance in his first game. 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 points. He'll do better as time goes on. Guys that shoot like that always find their way. Gabe Cups, in limited minutes today, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 5 points. Nothing bigger than that 3-pointer he hit down the stretch to help stretch that lead. CJ Gunn didn't play his best. Caleb Banks only a few minutes. Anthony Walker, 4 rebounds. Good for him. 2 points. Did not play well. Had a couple of turnovers, I believe. Maybe 1. Let's take a quick gander here. Oops, I don't need that. That's got to go away. Hit the wrong one. There we go. What do we have going forward? Let's see. Hit the schedule button here. Let's check it out. They play Army on Big Ten on November the 12th. That's 5 days from today. 7 o'clock? I will not be in here for a 7 o'clock game versus Army, as we'll be doing unless Alex wants to split as she's home and we can split it up and do it both ways. Let's see. Looks like my next game will, Jesus, give me some times that I can be here. November 26th. Well, November looks like it's going to be very difficult unless I have days off. So I'm not going to comment on a schedule at this point until we get it figured out. But November looks very rough for my schedule. If I go by what I know, Maryland, I will be in here on December the 1st. I will try to make sure that I find a way to be in here for some of these others, at least 2 of the games going forward, as long as my schedule will permit it. I do got to work some nights, so I should be able to swing it. Hey, I just want to say thank you guys very much. Maddie, nice to meet you today. Mads Maddie. I'm assuming that you're Maddie. I hope I got that correct. Thank you so much for hanging out. Welcome back anytime. Chris says he's a sophomore. We won't be back next year. 1 and done. And that'd be good for, not sure. Alex will be on this weekend, I'm sure. Hopefully her schedule chills out a little bit too, and she gets gets things lined out back the way that it's supposed to be. Chad says, "Go Hoosiers!" Thanks for another great broadcast. Appreciate you, Chad. Great start to the season. Hopefully my chat will work next game. It wouldn't let me text nothing until now. Kind of weird. Don't worry. We all have issues at times. I'm just glad that it worked out. I hope you guys enjoyed your time you spent. I'm going to close the stream down. Please leave a comment in below if you got requests or something that you would like me to do different, or you would like to expand upon. I'm definitely down to make it better for you guys. That is my goal, to give you a product that you like to hang out with. This was a good victory. Pat Chambers players play hard always. Yeah, always play hard. Go Hoosiers. Thanks for the stream. Dabney, I appreciate you. Chris, Chad, you guys are awesome. I definitely am going to close it down now. Let me get something over the screen here. Thank you guys so much. Go IU. Rest in peace, Coach. And I will see you guys on the next one.